Welcome to Bits and Pieces. I decided to start my pantry challenge a day early. So I started with making bread. The plan is for hot dog buns, hamburger buns, and bagels. This is the making the oatmeal bread for the buns. I didn't have enough quick oats, so I substituted with some rolled oats. I didn't have margarine, so I did half butter and half shortening. And basically you pour boiling water over the first few ingredients. And while it's cooling, you have the yeast blooming in a little bit of water and then add it. And then as I start adding in the all-purpose flour, as I go along, I start adding less and less each time until I get to the full 5 cups of that. And then I get a bowl and put a little bit of olive oil in it, coating it pretty good to put the dough in to rise. While that is rising, I start on the dough for the bagels. This is my first time making bagels. They were not as pretty as I would have liked, but they turned out pretty good as far as flavor. I got this recipe, I believe, from my Better Homes and Garden cookbook. I think my aunt gave me that when I got married the first time in 1991. Anyway, I don't think I did a very good job of dividing it equally. I think I'll use my scale next time. And they were also a little lumpy. I think I might go with the cookie cutter like I used for the hamburger buns later. But you take them, you broil them. After you let them rise, you broil them for a little bit. And then simmer them in water and sugar. And while that was cooking up, I did end up, you're doing a few at a time here. I did some everything bagel seasoning that I'd gotten from Costco on 4 of them. I think I'm the only one in the house that likes that. And I also learned that putting the lid on conserved energy and also made them a little fluffier. And then I started dividing up the dough for my hamburger buns and hot dog buns. You see, I used a giant cookie cutter to cut the buns. And then started rolling out the hot dogs. Once again, I think I could have made them a bit smaller because the hot dog buns turned out huge. But the bagels, as you see, turned out beautiful. And I put sesame seeds on 2 of the hamburger buns because, once again, I'm the only one that seems to like that sort of thing. And I think they turned out beautiful. They were also very good at dinner for the hot dog buns. Lunch was just some tilapia I had in the freezer with some rice and broccoli I had left over from my last co-op. And the dressing was some coleslaw dressing from a kit I had. Here I'm making sweet potato fries. And I'm still kind of perfecting my sweet potatoes. I'm thinking I put too many on the tray. But so they weren't as crispy as I would have liked. But just threw some olive oil, salt, and paprika in the things, and then put them in the air fryer for, I think it was like 20 minutes. Hot dog buns were some I'd gotten on clearance a while back and had in the freezer. I put 2 back in the fridge and cooked up 6 for 3 of us for dinner. And that was it. It turned out pretty good.